Hello. Today I just wanted to go over my applications folder and what applications I'm actually running on my macOS and just a brief description on a few of them of what they are and what they do. 1Password I use for my password management. Very nice tool. That is not a free application, but definitely helps you get more secured passwords. The next application I use is Adium for my instant messaging for AOL Instant Messenger, Yahoo, Hotmail. The CS5 suite, it's pretty self-explanatory what that does. App Cleaner, what that does is it's another way to delete your applications, but it goes a little bit further than that. It will actually search for files that is associated with that. So basically libraries in the Mac. This would be equivalent to like registry files and things like that in Windows. So it definitely is a nice thing to have. The next tool I use a lot is Carbon Copy Cloner. It's basically like Time Machine, but it's a little bit different. You get a little bit more options on backup. You can back up to just a single disk image, just different things like that. I use that a little bit, and I use Time Machine, but I do use that a decent amount. I can quickly open this. You can basically select your source and select your target. So again, definitely a nice, but another additional backup tool, and that one was free. App Cleaner is free as well. Cord is basically a remote desktop client, so I can remote desktop into Windows computers for work. Curse Client, I use that a lot because I play World of Warcraft. CyberDuck, this is an FTP program I use to FTP up my website files. DavMail I don't use as much anymore. It's still in the works. It allows you to change the ports for like IMAP and POP, SendMail. If you have some issues with some security blockages, that can happen. Dropbox, definitely a huge one for me. I like to store my documents inside of Dropbox. Definitely a great tool. I do use Eclipse a lot for Java development. For work, I do a lot of Java and Selenium coding, so Eclipse is the choice there. When I do web developing, I do use Firefox for debugging my code, but it's not my everyday browser. Neither would be Google Chrome. I still have yet to move from Safari, something I need to probably start looking into. And as all videos of these happen, Handbrake. I actually use, most people broadcast this for the ability to rip DVDs, but I do a little bit of that, but I do mostly for file conversion. Handbrake does a nice job with that ability. iShowU, of course, is what I'm using to record this stream with. I work with something I use sparingly. I do, if anything, I do get into Pages and Keynote. I kind of like that a little bit better than Microsoft's version. MAMP, this is the tool I use for when I'm testing my web applications to have a web server running so I can test my PHP applications. Definitely a nice tool. There is a free version, and then there's the MAMP Pro, which is the paid version. As you can see, I have both versions of Office installed. Reason being is with my work, The new Outlook does not work with our Exchange server, so I had to keep Entourage installed, unfortunately. Navicat, that is my database when I need to log into a database, MySQL or Oracle. Our Newsfire is a RSS reader. Quickly open that. As you can see, you can go in and read your RSS feeds, typical of an RSS feeder. Parallels Desktop, I use this every day. Believe it or not, even though I'm on a Mac, I still run Linux, and I have Linux up most of the time. I used to have Windows open just for Tortoise SVN, but previous tutorial I talked about a new client, GUI client for Linux, so now I am really staying away from Windows. Only time I bring it up now is for Windows development, or for web development if I want to check it in Internet Explorer. Safari, my Steam browser, don't really need to get into that. Skype, I do use Skype for doing video chats. I do make it for phone calls as well sometimes, but I mostly use it for communicating with people overseas for work. TextMate, the one and all text editor for Mac. If you do anything beyond just typical standard text files, you really want to get into TextMate. It supports multiple things. It's themable. As you can see, code highlighting. They have a lot of different types for code highlighting. So it is definitely worth looking into. That is a paid application, but it is well worth it. Trillian, I was trying this out. I noticed looking in the activity monitor, though, it's still in beta. There still needs some tweaks done, so if eventually when it gets out of beta, I might switch back to Trillian. Versions is a Subversion application for Mac. It's a GUI application. This is a paid application, but as you can see, I can do all my nice SVN stuff, a quick, easy GUI application. The World of Warcraft, again, I am a player, but probably going to be quitting very soon, but that's for, of course, another discussion. Xmind is a mind mapping application, very good for if you want to, before you start designing something, you want to get a process flow. A lot of people can use Word docs for that, but I like to use a mind map. Definitely a nice application to use. So basically that's my small application folder of things to have. If you have any questions, please comment, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you.